Hello, Hotties.
I'm Positive Noodles,
And I'm Bumblebwiii.
and welcome to Powered.
If you're new here, we're just two long distance besties catching up and chatting about what we've been up to.
And welcome to the last episode.
Ah,
So, we
dun, dun,
wanted,
dun.
I know, right? We wanted to give you guys a final episode. I mean,
Some closure.
yeah, and I think kind of we wanted to send it off as well. Like we love doing this. It was
Yes.
a great um it was a great endeavor, like as weird as that sounds, and we really kind of like changed how it
Yeah.
was throughout, and we added and we fell in love with Powered and made it into that. And I absolutely love this endeavor that we did for 2 years, I guess.
3.
3 years, yeah. Three and a
Yeah, we
half.
did 2023, 2024, 2025.
and
Yeah, 3.5. Yeah.
and we got to do some
With,
in-person episodes. We got to do Hear Me
yeah.
Out Cake, and or
Hmm.
not even Hear Me Out Cake, Smash Cake.
It was a
um
smash cake. Yeah.
yeah, and like Brie and I got to really like reconnect even more over the years. It's been really
Yeah.
fun. And so it definitely is something that we want to kind of send off. And so we
Yes.
decided that we would do a 2025 recap, or like every company is doing now, 2025 wrapped. It's like
Wrap. Yeah, I
everything,
know.
like I play, spoilers for my played, I play New York Times games and they're like, here's your wrap. Like everybody's
That's
doing a
crazy.
wrapped now. Um, but we wanted to wrap it
Everything
off
is a
and
wrap.
send it off and kind of tell you where we're going to be in the future, and how this won't be the end of our bestie content, but
Hmm.
it's just going to shift. So,
Yes.
yeah, let's get right into it. Brie.
Yeah, so basically, I just want to start by saying that the episode, for the most part, will be a 2025 powered wrapped. Um, I'm gonna try to not yap too much, but I do have a lot listed,
Same.
especially because we didn't get full episodes on everything.
Yeah.
But we're gonna do our best. Okay, so we're gonna start powered, playing, obsessing, watching, reading, drinking,
Yeah.
and we're gonna start with playing. So for me. This was kind of a big year for streaming for me, although not a lot of it was gaming, a lot of it was cooking. But the games I did play, I started with Dress to Impress. And I've played that here and there, not a ton, honestly. But I did, that was my first stream back after like a long
That's true.
hiatus. It was DTI, and then I played a few more times after that, and it's always fun. I like playing DTI. I just played it yesterday again. So it's fun. Fortnite is another game I've been I play a lot with my brother. We do like not every Friday, but we try to do like Fortnite Fridays.
Nice.
With my brother, his wife, who is another one of my besties. Kavi has been joining us at fun. So lots of Fortnite, lots of gamer hours. But the like story type games I streamed, I feel like I'm probably missing something, but I'm just gonna go with it. So we played Portal 1 and 2. Those were really good classic games. I've played like Portal, like the co-op versions before. Those are a lot. But I did Portal 1 and 2. It's nice. We played Split Fiction. I played that with Cavi. That was a ton of fun. I liked that game. Also played The Quarry this summer. Which that one was silly. It's very much like a and you like get no one killed, get everybody killed in that kind of game. It's like a hard slasher kind
Yeah.
of story game. And that was a lot of fun. I liked that one. I only did the one playthrough, and honestly, I'm probably there. I,
Yeah.
I don't I don't know. I'm not one to go back and replay games, to be honest. Maybe like once in a while, but and the most recent game I played was The Last of Us Part 1. I really loved that one, obviously. I watched the first season of the show. So I did kind of know some of the story going into it, but it was my first time playing it. A lot of fun. I had started playing it a couple of years ago, but then my laptop didn't handle it. It was like a mess. So it was really fun to finally be able to play it. A couple games that I tried, I did start Baldur's Gate 3 at some point. Not for me, I don't think. At least by myself. I might try it with friends. Um, and then the other game I had started and never, this wasn't even because I didn't like the game. It was Spiritfarer, which I loved playing it. I just like kept putting it off because it was almost like I just like wanted to play other things.
Yeah.
So I don't know. So I didn't end up finishing that one. Hopefully I'll get back to it at some point, but for now, pausing that. But yeah, those are the games I played. What about you?
So I played a lot less games.
Hmm.
I absolutely got into some things I never thought I would get into in a way, but because I was pregnant as well as gave birth to a child this year, um, I haven't had a lot of time because I was either fatigued and then I like was at my job and I was working long hours to get everything ready for them. Luckily, I left. That place is going to
Hmm.
shit. Anyway, we won't go into that. Um, but I didn't really get to play a lot. I did play not Last of Us, Life is Strange Double Exposure. I never finished the last two chapters, I think. Um, so I want to finish that off stream or maybe when I come back to stream play it, but we'll talk about that in the future. Um, I did play a lot of Animal Crossing recently. There is a new update coming out, and for me, I did play a little bit at the beginning of this year, but I played in the last couple months because it's something that I can play with having my daughter in front of me. Also, there's a lot of people that follow us on both, but I will just announce I had a kid. I
Yes.
know I was pregnant when we talked about it, but I had a daughter. I will not be saying her name. We call her Baby Udon because I'm Positive Noodles. We call her Baby Udon on socials and stuff like that. We will not be showing her. She will not be part of content. So just to let you guys know, but I did have a daughter. She's doing great. She's about 5 months now. So she'll be technically 5 months on Wednesday. No, Tuesday. Tomorrow.
Crazy.
No, wait.
Yes.
Wednesday. Never mind. I can't do math. Anyway,
What
um,
day is it? I don't know.
yeah. So I am I'm really happy to be able to be a mom. But anyway, so I can, when she's napping on me, I can like have my controller and we have my Switch set up. And so I've been playing Animal Crossing, especially to get ready for the new update, which I'm very excited about. If you guys don't know, later this month they have an update and they're adding a lot. Um, so very excited for that. I also have been playing again some Tears of the Kingdom. I haven't had a lot of chance to play a lot of it. Um, I stopped playing Tears of the Kingdom, Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom after a while because I am a map clearer. Like I want to clear the whole map. Like I want to, even if like I'm not doing the main quest, I want the whole map. With Tears of the Kingdom, there's three levels. There's the land, the sky, and the depths. And when you expose the sky, you expose the land. So that's nice, but the depths are so hard. Hello, Salem.
I
Little
was like,
Salem.
oh my God, hi.
It's so hard to get through the depths because they're dark and like there's a lot more you have to expose. And so it's been kind of like I only have a third and I've like tried to get through it. They're huge, like it's hard to get through. So I don't know, like I think I need to let go of the trying to map clear, but I've already finished like three of the main quests of four to like finish the stuff. So
Mhm.
um I'll go back to that because that is always fun. Honestly, I kind of just want to like replay Breath of the Wild. Like, I loved Breath of the Wild. I love Tears of the Kingdom for certain things, but I think it's just overwhelming too. Like, they added a lot of mechanics, which is cool, but like, it was also overwhelming. Um,
Yeah.
I did play a little bit of Baldur's Gate 3. I haven't
Mm.
had time to play more than like 5 minutes, and I want to so bad, but you can play with just a mouse, which is nice because if my daughter's resting on me, my husband put down a mini PC that we can stream Steam from on the TV. So, like, if I'm on the couch with her, I can play with just a mouse. But I'm so used to autosave that I forgot to save and I lost like 30
Oh,
minutes of
no.
progress. And I was like, no!
That's
I did spend
frustrating.
like 30 minutes on character um creation, so I
Creation.
always do.
30
So
minutes. I think I took like an hour and a half doing
yeah,
mine.
honestly it's probably more, but she naps a little bit less now, so it's a little bit
Yeah.
harder to do that, but yeah, that's been I definitely want to explore that more.
Hmm.
Um And then I've been playing one of the ones that's been really helpful to play and really easy to play because I can play with just a mouse is Tiny Bookshop. I've been waiting for this game
Yes.
to come out forever. Like I've been following it for
Mhm.
2 years. So I played Tiny Bookshop and I love it. It is so simple and cozy and like you really can just like I don't know, like you really can just like chill and do it and it's a game I can pause and whatever. So I just really liked it. I've already like gone through a whole season and I really like the
Mhm.
mechanics of it and it's just been really good. So that's one of the things that I have been playing and I go into is the New York Times games. So you guys probably know
Oh, yeah.
Wordle or Connections, but there's many more games. And so my family, and for anybody that knows my family, they will not be surprised. But my mom paid for like the premium membership for like people to be on so that you can play like the archives and this and that and whatever.
Mhm.
And so we have a group chat that's the New York Times crew and we share our things in that. And so I didn't play it forever. They like invited us for a long time. Eric still hasn't played but like he plays and helps with me sometimes. But when I was doing 3 a.m. feedings, I really tried to stay off my phone. Um and so I had a tablet set up by my like feeding station in my room so I could watch podcasts and I'll talk about that in a little bit. But I played the New York Times games. It really like cuz they reset at midnight. It was something I could do. I could like
Mhm.
stay off TikTok in a way when I say stay off my phone and like doom scrolling and seeing these things and
Yes.
also like googling at 3 a.m. So it was a nice thing to do cuz I can do it one-handed. I like Wordle's fun. Connections is fun, but I also hate it because it can be very tricky. I
I
love
love
doing.
Connections, that's my favorite one.
Oh, it's fun, but
Trans
also
is
I
good
get
too.
mad. I love strands, and um, I love doing the mini, which is the mini crossword. So
Okay.
I really, really love pips, but I don't do pips most days. That's just like the domino ones, and I really like it. I don't do it most days because it's timed, which obviously I want to try to get the quickest time, but also like it's a little bit harder to do one-handed. Um
Yeah.
and I want to like focus in and since feedings are a little bit quicker and not as much, it's like I got to do it when I have time, which I don't have a lot of time. So I don't do pips every day, but I do love pips.
Mhm.
So yeah, that's what I've been playing. That's really it.
Very nice. All right. Um, next is obsessing.
Yeah.
I don't know if my mic was picking me up. Oopsie.
Yes, it was.
Next is obsessing. I have kind of a random list of things I've been obsessed with this year. Some are like fashion, some music, some are just random things. So I'm gonna start with the more fashiony ones. Um, Firstly is gonna be clear lip gloss. I feel
Mhm.
like, and I most of the time I'm wearing a lip color, and I think last year I the Revlon lipsticks because I was obsessed with these last year, and I still have been obsessed with them. However, I've really learned to appreciate just a clear gloss moment. That's right now.
Which one is
Especially
that?
this one. Yeah, I was gonna say it's the ColourPop Luxe. I bought this with you. Yes, and
Yes,
we
that's
both
right.
have pink stains from like putting it on. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, it's the one I bought with you. The texture on this is so amazing, not sticky at all.
I know. I
It
was like I
feels
want to
proper
put
like a lip oil.
I'm glad that you like brought it up because I was like, I kind of want to put it on. It is a lip
Yes.
oil, but
Let's do
like
it.
it's very like lip gloss, and so I did put it on like when you were talking.
Yeah,
I do
it's
love
such a
it.
nice texture. It's not sticky at all.
Quick side note: this is my second one because I bought it and then I lost it, and so this one's the one I keep up
Yes.
here. But my other one is a lot more stained than this one.
Oh yeah. I
Yeah.
don't I most of the time I think I put it over a lipstick one
Yep.
time, and then since then I've only used it. But it doesn't
Um.
like transfer the color onto my lips or anything.
No, I do
But
also have one that's like a little bit like red tinted in a way so that it can be like an
yeah, I
added
think
layer.
so.
But
I loved these last year, and I don't know if it's because these ones have gotten older and maybe their shelf life is low,
yeah.
but they've become very sticky.
Yeah.
And also, if I put this, so I normally have this in my purse, okay, and this is
Yeah.
where I keep usually a clear gloss, a lip balm, and then whatever lip combo I'm wearing.
Yep.
If I'm wearing one, I keep it in here. However, this kind of like it was closed, but it spilled. Like everything was sticky and like slightly
Oh,
brown. So I'm like, maybe this one, maybe I should try the other colors
yeah.
one to see if maybe they'll be a little bit better because I do like having like a brown tinted gloss, especially because I'm also using these lip liners and I like the look of having a really dark brown lip liner and
Mhm.
then like a medium brown lip.
Yep.
It's like my favorite look lately. But anyway, I digress. Clear gloss. I'm obsessed. The other thing is I forgot that I did this year and I don't remember if I already had this during the last, but I got my bangs cut. I started doing bangs.
Yeah.
And I'm obsessed with them. They're tucked away in a headband right now, which I'm gonna get to in a second. They're tucked away right now because they're too long and they're annoying. I also had the front done like blonde, and I'm getting irritated with it, so I'm getting it done next week. But that's a side tangent. Bangs. I think I'm a bangs girly now. I always thought like bangs would be annoying because you have to like, straighten them or whatever. I was thinking of like high school time where we would have curly hair, crunchy, straightened, flat bangs.
Yep.
And that's what I had, and I didn't like it. Well, I liked it at the time, but like looking back, I'm like, that's so ugly, you know?
Yeah.
But now leaving my bangs curly, I've become so obsessed with the bangs. I love them. So that's my new hairstyle from now on. I will be getting them again. I think on Saturday is my I cannot even wait. But otherwise, when my bangs are a little bit too long and overstimulating me, I've been obsessed with headbands to like if you just like tuck, you don't even have to like push it back and the bangs go like this. You
Yeah.
can if you just tuck the bangs underneath, can't even
Perfect.
tell.
Yeah.
Perfect. Absolutely perfect. Okay. That's honestly all I've got for fashion items. I've been experimenting with my style the last couple of years and I'm really liking it so far, but nothing specific that I can think of. I mostly just wanted to talk about.
Yeah.
Anyways, next thing is kind of a weird food item. I'm going to say weird because it's not weird, but it's weird to me. Boiled eggs. This is
Interesting.
so weird and random, but I've become so you know how I used to get the egg ick?
Yep.
I find if I boil the eggs and literally just eat them like that, like I will literally just pick it up and eat it with sriracha and salt and pepper.
Okay.
I'm obsessed and I can't stop eating them that way. Every morning I'm like, okay, do I want scrambled egg? No, I want boiled eggs. I just became obsessed with them in the last like 6 months and I can't stop eating them. So I'm obsessed. So next I'm going to talk about a couple music things. My two favorite artists of the year were Judy and MXM Tune. MXM Tune, I went to a concert of hers in New York last year. And I listened to her a little bit before the concert. And then once the concert happened, I became obsessed and I couldn't stop listening to her. She's so good. She
Yeah.
also streams on Twitch, which is really fun. Um, she plays like a lot of Fortnite and random games. And then the other group I'm obsessed with, they're called Moody Judy. I saw them opening for a concert last year, and they don't have a huge discography because they're very new.
Yep.
But they're really, really good. I absolutely love them. I think their songs are so cutesy and girly and fun. Um, so I love them. One more thing is sorry, my list is a little bit longer
No,
than
you're
it was
good.
before. Next is going to be Glow
Yeah.
Gaming League of Women.
Yep.
It started by people that I'm actually now friends with. Jules, Kat, and Julie are their names. They started this. They started it as like just a way to like find girls to like game with because they were sick of, men being awful in like Valorant. This
Yeah.
was literally started as like a group to find people to play Valorant with. And it just became this huge thing and it's like a lot of creators and random it's a Discord server. But I think they're trying to like get it like bigger into being like a proper company and a proper like nonprofit and it's a lot of fun. They've hosted some events this year. They hosted a creator boot camp which I did, which was a lot of fun.
Nice.
And I even got a superlative in it. I was like most likely to give you cozy vibes or whatever. It was really cute. um and then they also had like a TwitchCon meetup, which was a lot of fun, and I got to meet people. I've met a lot of new friends through that, and it's been a lot of getting to know possible. But I will get that into that a little bit more later when we talk about watching. I do have one last thing to talk about, which is just traveling. We went to a few different places this year. I went to Brooklyn. I've been to New York before, but I've never been in like the Brooklyn kind of area, so that was a lot of fun. Very cool over there. One of those things that like it was a dream when I was like 14 and like on Tumblr to
Yeah.
be like, oh my God, indie artist in Brooklyn, Brooklyn. I almost said Brooklyn.
Brooklyn.
In Brookline. No.
Brookline.
um, no, but like you know what I mean, that kind of vibe. And we also went to Chicago, which was my there. That was a lot of fun, and I'm also obsessed with Chicago. Um, and San Diego, obviously, it was my first time going to TwitchCon. That was a lot of fun as well. Those are all the things I'm obsessing over this year. What about you?
Okay. So pretty obvious. Things, my favorite thing, not that we're going over favorite things, but my favorite thing I'm obsessed with is my baby. I love her.
Absolutely.
I'm already tearing up. She is my world. She is the cutest patootiest, and I wish the internet and AI wasn't weird so I could show you guys, but
Yes.
the internet's weird. She is the cutest patootiest. I love her. Like, most babies are freaking ugly. Like, I'm not trying to like brag or anything. We were so ready for our newborn to look like a fucking alien, and she like kind of came out cute and like is really a cute baby. And it's like, how did we do this? Like, was this the
Hmm.
Oreos? Was this the pizza Pringles? Like, I don't know how I did this.
It was the pizza Pringles
Yeah, for sure.
for
Um,
sure.
sorry, UK people. If you want a cute baby, you can't get it because you don't have pizza Pringles.
Because you
Anyway.
don't have pizza Pringles.
So,
Oh my God.
being a mom and my baby, she's absolutely lovely and I love her so much. And honestly, like, I'm so glad, and it's nice to take a break a little bit. She's
Yeah.
downstairs with my husband, but I'm already like, I miss her. I want to
I
hold
miss
her.
her.
So another thing that I was obsessed with is, we'll kind of go into this, and I know it wasn't for everybody, but kind of the different Taylor Swift stuff. Taylor Swift getting engaged, which is lovely for her. Um, the like parasocial relationship. I'm really trying to be better, but the all the
But
interviews,
that was really fun.
the TS12, that was really good. I loved her video with New Heights. It was really really good. Um, and it was like really nice to hear kind of behind the scenes with her getting her masters and everything like that.
Yeah.
Um,
TS12 is the life of a showgirl, by the way,
oh
if you're
yeah,
not like a
sorry.
Swiftie and don't know what things like
Yeah, whoops.
TS12 means.
So I really liked Life of a Showgirl. It's just upbeat, fun, whatever, and that's kind of like the vibe I've been in. I've luckily not had to deal with postpartum depression and or anxiety. I'm very fortunate in that. I get the sundown scaries and saddies, but that's mom stuff. Anyway, but it's really just upbeat. I know it's not for everybody, and I'm not gonna say it's like the best one out there, but it's just been fun to listen to. And I love TTPD. I love the anthology. I like woke up at 3 a.m. and was at Target at 4 a.m. I never done Black Friday to get the anthology on vinyl. But I kind of like that it's just 12 songs. Like, it's kind of nice that it's not
Yeah.
31 or this, or even like has a vault, you know? It's kind of nice to just be like, okay, cool, we're done in a half hour. Like, you know what I mean? Um, I really like the acoustic ones that have come out, but I really just like seeing her interviews after The Life of a Showgirl came out and she got engaged, because she just seems like a happy girly. She's like, yeah, look at my ring. Like, just like a down to earth person. Now, again, it might be a facade, but you know what? It's just really nice to see somebody in the industry really like just be that normal person that's like, I'm so happy I'm engaged, I get to be married and all this
Yeah.
stuff. And then also and I was just we'll talk about and watching the documentary of the Eras Tour. I am a theater kid.
Oh,
I was the acting, but I really like tech as well, which is like behind the scenes stuff. So giving me behind the scenes of basically this huge production and how things are set up, I don't care who it was. I would be like, obviously not a shitty person, but like, I don't care if it was somebody I listened to or not. No, I want to see it. I want to see how, give me a time lapse of how the stage is set up. Like, tell me your breakfast order. Like, give me all behind the scenes, you know?
yeah.
So
I
it
should
was
watch
really
that. I
good.
keep forgetting.
Yeah, it's really good. It's on Disney Plus. So definitely a big fan of that. But the other quick things that I really liked is Taylor Bickett. which is an artist. She doesn't have a lot of music out there, but she has really good music. She kind of blew up on, not blew up on TikTok, but like a lot of people know her for Quarter Life Crisis. And one of the lines is, um, 16 seemed like yesterday, but I'm closer to 28. And a lot of people like use that to like show different age. A lot of people pregnancy showed at like 16 weeks and then 28 weeks. Um, but I really like her and I've been listening to her. And so I like just had her complete thing on Spotify like going. So she was actually not my top artist because Taylor Swift has such a huge discography, but I like she was all of my top songs except one. Um which was Dodie was the other one, which I've been listening to her since YouTube. But I've been listening to Taylor Bickett and I really, really loved it. And she's actually opening for somebody in Massachusetts. So I was like, oh, I'm going to go.
Ooh.
And cool, I'm there at 7 and leave at 8 because being a mom, oh my God. Like, the next thing I'll go into is I went to a Day to Remember concert that had Yellow Card there. And oh my God, Day to Remember is my favorite punk band. And I've always wanted to see them in concert. And I got to see them in concert and it was the best thing ever. Not the best thing, but it was so much fun. They played some backlog and some new songs, and it was amazing. I had 2 buckets of alcohol, which was a first
Oh,
after
yeah.
pregnancy. Um, and we got to go. It was a lot of fun. I went with Eric, my husband, and it was awesome. But coming home and like being up past 9 o'clock, like voluntarily is so weird. Going to bed at 12:30 and not being awake at 12:30 because of a feeding is so weird to me. Um, so yeah, that was a hard one, but it was absolutely worth it. It was a date to remember. So, ha ha
Cute.
ha. But yeah, that's kind of what I'm obsessing with, and mostly it's just my baby.
I love it. Okay, so next is watching. Um, per usual, I feel like every time we come on, I'd be like, I haven't been watching anything,
Yeah.
and I haven't. If you consider like only like streaming, TV, I haven't really been watching any of that. However, I will go into people I'm watching on Twitch, TikTok, YouTube, stuff like that. Well, first I'll start with movies. It's just like two. Okay. Firstly, Wicked 1 and 2. I watched Wicked. I watched it last year when it came out, but then I haven't watched it since. And then there was one day I suddenly realized that TV, and I don't know if it's my brother bought it or something, and we have family sharing or what, but I noticed it on there for free to watch to me, and I was like, so I reverted back to being 5-year-old, 7-year-old me, and I watched it like on repeat. Like it ended, and I started it over, and I watched it like on repeat like 4 times. That's something I used to do as a child. I did it with movies like Aquamarine, Cinderella,
Yeah.
like all like 13 going on 30. These are all movies that I would like literally just watch on repeat. And I did it again with Wicked in preparation for Wicked 2, which was also amazing. I liked the first one better. However, Wicked 2 for some reason just like made me cry a lot more than the first one. I literally was crying that whole time. And then the movie ended and I started profusely crying. So that's just what happened there. The other movie that I had no idea was even happening until suddenly I was watching it in a Discord with friends was Frankenstein, the Guillermo del Toro one.
Yep.
I always say his name wrong. It's one of those tongue twister names. Like I feel like my mom because she always like tongue twists everything. Um, but the Frankenstein with Oscar Isaac, Jacob Elordi, and Mia Goth, incredible, absolutely beautiful, stunning movie. I highly recommend, and it's really making me want to read Frankenstein. I haven't read it before, and I know it's different. A lot of people are like, "Oh, it's so different," and it's like, "Yeah, I'm different," but yeah. So I can't wait to read that. Love the movie. Now I'm gonna be moving into people I'm watching on socials. So for Twitch, we have people that I've been watching forever, like Guffball.
Ugh.
Okay, I love Guff. Will always love Guff. Egg rolls,
Yep.
cutie patooties. People I've watched forever. Some people that are new to me are I'm going to talk about quickly. Toasted Latte, she does a lot like not co-working, but she does like just kind of vibing and hanging out. She also DJs. She's really good. And I will link all these people below. Saucy Shottum. I met her through Egg. And she's so lovely and sweet. She plays a lot of she calls herself a Valoriety streamer because she does mostly Valorant, but then also a little bit of variety. Rival, Baldur's Gate. We did do a couple streams together. That was fun. There's also Bumble.Bwiii. She's a variety streamer. Stardew Gate. She tries new games. I think she did Date Everything. She did like Little Nightmares games. She's a lot of fun. Chibis. I watched a lot of Chibis this year. I met her just at the end of last year in December, but
Yep.
she became like my top streamer of the year from that little like Twitch wrapped thing. She does a lot of like retro, and right now she's playing Cyberpunk and Bloodborne. She does like Souls games. She does lots of different stuff. So a lot of her. And then a couple other people that I've gotten really close with this year on Twitch are Jules Verne and Joy. I love them. They both do a lot of co-working. Jules does mostly co-working. But then she does a lot of like Marvel Rivals. She's been trying to get me to play my Marvel Rivals with her forever, and I finally did the other day, and it was a lot of fun. So I can't wait to do more. Joyly B, she does a lot of co-working, but she also does games, a lot of like crafting, cozy, girly kind of content. She also posts on TikTok. She does like OOTDs and like mini vlogs. Love her. Another friend that she also streams, but Kashi, but I think she has like two TikTok accounts. One of them is mostly for fashion, and vlogs. And I think it's just called Catalina. Again, I'll link everything below. Kakashi, fantastic. She is like I think she's like one of my favorite fashion people that I follow. Aside from even being friends, we met at TwitchCon during the Glow meetup, and we actually did an OOTD together. It was kind of like a dream come true because I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed with her content, so having her do like an OOTD with me was just like really cute. A lot of the people I've said so far are people I've become close with. The next two are people I don't know IRL. I just follow them and watch them.
Yeah.
So we have Amazingish Grace. She does a lot of like crochet knitting content, and her style is absolutely stunning. She sells patterns, and I really want to buy a pattern from her at some point that I can try. She has so many different things. Absolutely stunning. And then one last person I want to mention. This is a TikTok slash, I think she recently got into YouTube person. Her name is Mandy Rules, and she's like a book talk kind of person, but she doesn't really do like the norm book talk books, in my opinion. She goes like she has very similar tastes as me, the like weird girl lit fic taste. Most of my like weird book recommendations are from her. I love her. I will trust everything she says. If she says I should try a book, I'm like, add it to the TBR. Like I just trust her. She's one of those. And she recently started posting on YouTube, and her little vlogs have been fun. She also does she'll do like read an entire book in one sitting with me. And I think that's really fun. And I kind of want to do it too, but we'll see. But yeah, that's what I've been watching. Mostly just Twitch, TikTok, YouTube. I'm trying to get back into YouTube a lot more than I used to be. So we'll see. That's what I got. What about you?
I have a lot. So some things I'm just gonna like ramble off. So during maternity leave, I had to you have to heal after you give birth. Like the first 6 weeks. So you can't like do a lot. Like you're not even supposed to take like stairs a lot or anything. So we like tried to stay in the living room, so we weren't like just staying in the bedroom, but we watched a lot of TV because there really wasn't too much to do. So I'm gonna list off a couple things. We watch a lot of shows. So like Raising Hope, Community. We watch Bob's Burgers all the time. I think we watched Psych this year. So I'm gonna go over stuff that I probably have talked about before, but we watched Fallout season 1. One of the things we watch is Letterkenny and Shorzy, and I fell in love with Letterkenny, also Shorzy, because I like Letterkenny if I want skits. I like Shorzy if I want plot. Shorzy season 5 came out in Canada on Christmas Day and is coming out with episodes, but it's going live on Hulu with all of them later this month. So Really excited about that. Also something I did is see Shorzy live. So I got to go to Boston at TD Garden, and they played against alumni Boston Bruins, and they did a game. It was really fun. I absolutely recommend it for $70 each. We had a great time. We got a Puppers, which is like a fictional beer in the like thing. So it was a lot of fun. Absolutely recommend it. Eric and I stims our Shorzy stuff a lot. So yeah, we did that. I got us like t-shirts that are like jersey t-shirts and everything. So a lot of fun. Um and so Man on the Inside season 2. I'm trying to think of all the stuff. I watched Veronica Mars this year. I think I've talked about that. Um but I've watched a lot of movies recently, and also because um we just we just had a lot. I'm also missing like a bunch of shows, I feel like. Oh, I showed Eric How I Met Your Mother. So that was good. Uh so again, I'm missing a bunch of shows. So before I get into movies, what I did to like stay off of Googling and TikTok is, in the middle of the night, I have to feed. And luckily she's sleeping through the night now, but before, we set up like this tablet and this little tablet stand right by the thing, and I had it on low brightness, and I had headphones in, and like obviously I could still hear her if she needed me or anything. But I would watch Good Hang with Amy Poehler, which is her podcast, and I watched a lot of episodes, and it was really good. I kind of got back into long form content with this maternity leave. Um, so I started listening to Good Hang, and then um I I started listening to, oh my god, or watching Final. I watch a lot more of Sophia Nygaard, which I've watched her for years, but watching some of her content because it's longer. Um and then I really got into like Mythical Kitchen and like Good Mythical Morning and stuff like that, because it's just kind of like long form. Final Meals, I think it's called, where they like invite people on and they talk about like what would they have for their death row meals.
I love that.
Yeah, I
Mhm.
absolutely love that show. I think it's really good. Um so big fan of that. And then I just kind of got into that. I also got into Smosh Reads Reddit stories recently because I just sometimes need something in the background that, like, if I need to walk around and burp her, like, I don't need to watch, but I haven't been like listening to podcasts. Watching a lot of Bluey. It's great background noise. I loved it before she was even born. I also have the vinyls, and we'll play that so that we have background music. Um, so yeah, there's a bunch of different things that I've been watching. I've been watching Guffball and Brie when I can. And it's been really nice. And it's just like we'll have nap times where she's napping on me and we get to watch Guff. And it was really, really nice. I haven't been able to really step in because the wake windows are bigger, but um, yeah. So movies I've watched, FNAF 2, which are Five Nights at Freddy's 2. Loved it. Megan 2.0. I don't watch as many horror movies anymore, but those were like PG-13 horror movies. That was fun. It was goofy fun, very self-aware. Oh, another show, sorry, that we just started watching is Nobody Wants This with Kristen Bell, and we've liked it so far. It's on Netflix. K-pop Demon Hunters. Oh my god, was that like just a hidden bop? It was so good.
I need to watch that
It's
still. I
so
keep
good.
forgetting.
So
I
good.
don't have Netflix. Ugh,
Yeah, I know. It's ridiculous.
annoying.
I
Mhm.
mean, be a pirate.
I've thought of that.
Yeah. Oh, trust me, it's worth it. Um, we've
Mhm.
watched a lot of movies, and I just love a good rom-com. So we watch like stupid rom-coms, if that makes sense. Falling in Love, Hating Game. One of the ones that I've watched a couple times because it's just a nice background one is Set It Up. It's one with Glenn Powell, like before he was huge, and he's kind of more like scrawny. He's not like the beefed up one that he has. We recently watched Anyone But You. Um, oh, sorry, Last of Us season 2 we watched. Klaus is our Christmas movie, which I definitely recommend. It's Netflix as well. Um, we've listened to we watched Jingle Bell Heist, which is a fun little one. Mitchell's versus the Machines was really random fun, like one that we watched, has good heart. The Wild Robot is wonderful, but oh my god, did it make me cry. It made me cry so hard. Um it's so good. So good, but makes me cry so hard. But there's probably a million other things that I love my friend. She has a foster kid and he's lovely, but he's obsessed with the zombie Disney Channel movies. And so we watched Zombies 1, 2, 3, and half of 4 while he was with us here. Um they're not bad. They're okay. They're Disney Channel movies, but absolutely um good stuff. Yeah, I think there's so much more, but that's all that I have written down. Yeah, that's kind of what I've been watching, and just a bunch of movies and TV shows and everything.
Okay, so next we have reading. Right?
Yes.
Okay. Next we have reading. Which let me open Goodreads quick because I did not write everything down. I read 21 books this year, which is the exact same number I read last. My goal was 30. I did not make that, but it's okay. It's okay. Okay, let me start from the beginning. So I started the year. I'm just gonna like speed
Yeah.
run list them. The Age of Magical Overthinking: Notes on Modern Irrationality by Amanda Montell. A Fate Inked in Blood by Danielle L. Jensen. My Husband by Maud Ventura. The Woman in Me by Britney Spears. The Third Gilmore Girl: A Memoir by Kelly Bishop. The Grim Steeper by Gretchen Rue. An Honest Woman: A Memoir of Love and Sex Work by Charlotte Shane. Becoming by Michelle Obama. One Dark Window by Rachel Gillig. I'm Glad My Mom Died by Jeanette McCurdy. Crying in H Mart by Michelle Zauner. Bunny by Mona Awad. Earthlings by Sayaka Murata. Funny Story by Emily Henry. Paper Doll: Notes from a Late Bloomer by Dylan Mulvaney. Be Ready When the Luck Happens by Ina Garden. Kitchen Confidential: Adventures in the Culinary Underbelly by Anthony Bourdain. Final Empire by Brandon Sanderson, known as Mist. Oh, see, I didn't pick that up again.
I
Also
think
known
that was the
as
first time.
Mistborn.
Yeah.
Okay. My Death by Lisa Tuttle. I Want to Die, But I Want to Eat Tteokbokki by I'm gonna butcher this name. Baik Sihi.
Okay.
The Most Wonderful Time by Jane Allen. That's what I read. I do want to quickly talk about my favorites from
Yeah,
the
of
year.
course.
My Husband by Maud Ventura. That started off the year. That was the first like full book. I count that as my first book of the year because the other two were ones I had started in December and
Yep.
finished in January. My first book I picked up in January of 2025 was My Husband by Maud Ventura. That like set a standard because I don't think almost anything hit that for the rest of the year. I loved My Husband by Maud Ventura. Absolutely incredible book, insane, very quick read. I ended up finding it at Half Price Books. So copy now. It was a library copy. Um, I'm obsessed with that book, and I will recommend it to anyone that likes weird stuff or at least wants like kind of like an intro to the like weird girl books
Yeah.
because like I said, it's a very quick read and it's a very like it's a good way to get into like these women who are like questionable characters and absolutely insane, kind of unreliable narrators almost. Like you love reading about them, but you're like, this person's actually insane.
Yeah.
um, I loved that book so much, and I will recommend that to anyone who's trying to get into weird girl lit fiction. That was so good. Um, I was also obsessed with the Third Gilmore Girl. And this made me realize that I'm obsessed with memoirs, especially if I get the audiobooks read by the author. Um,
Yes.
I loved listening to Kelly Bishop talk about her life. I absolutely adored it. That thing you sent me on Instagram where it was just like one of those like fill-in kind of template
Yeah.
things. And it was like books that made you fall in love. To me, it was, and it not in like a romance way, but in like a I want to romanticize my life kind of way. Like
Yeah.
she just listening to her, like doing all these like things. being on stage productions, being in shows because she was on Gilmore Girls, and just all this stuff. Like her life, it honestly, the life of a showgirl to me. Like I was so ready for the album to remind me of this book, which unfortunately, I mean, I'm one of the people that doesn't. Okay, I'm gonna be honest. I don't love Life of a Showgirl
Okay.
personally, but that I was hoping that that album, like that to me, The Life of a Showgirl is this book. This book was absolutely incredible, and I highly recommend it if you like just listening to memoirs about fun people, even if you don't know who they are. Like she touches on Gilmore Girls, but it's pretty brief compared to her entire career. Like
Yeah.
it's amazing. And then obviously Becoming by Michelle Obama,
Yep.
delicious. I loved it, and it was so cute. Like, cause okay, I know, like I obviously love Michelle and Barack Obama as to me, they were like, you know, one of those like dream couple, I guess. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like, and just like hearing about the early times of them dating, it's like, oh my God, it's so cute. Like, like hearing about young Obama,
I know, right?
blushing, giggling, kicking my feet, all that stuff. Um, I didn't realize until I got my like Goodreads wrap or my story graph wrapped that I read a lot of memoirs this year. Most of my things are um I'm glad my mom died. Incredible, triggering. So I would look into trigger warnings if you're going to read
Yeah.
that. But that was very telling about the childhood like stars like Nickelodeon, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
um crying in HMAR, I cried. That was incredible. Bunny was another insane one. Another one of those insane weird girl lit fics. I
Yep.
really liked that one. Earthlings was crazy in like a weird way. I didn't like that one as much because it almost was like too much for me. But it's like kind of like body horror-ish, I guess. Loved Ina Garten and Anthony Bourdain's. I've always loved Anthony Bourdain, and Ina Garten was like my favorite Food Network lady growing
Mm-hmm.
up. I loved her. Finally got into Brandon Sanderson. I read Mistborn, the first one, and I am hoping to read the next two this coming year. My Death by Lisa Tuttle, that's another weird. It's technically a horror, um, but it's more just like kind of like I don't know how to explain it. It's a really good book and it's quick. I
Yep.
think it's like 100 pages or like
Oh, okay.
120 pages. So like I would recommend anyone to read that book to be honest. It's not like horror like terrifying, like not like gory or anything.
Yeah.
It's more just like it's another one of those like fuck,
Yeah.
you know? Um but yeah, absolutely. I thought it was a really good year of books for me. It was kind of all over the place. I did DNF like 10 books this year. There were just so many books that like I would start and I just could not get into finishing. So yeah, it just kind of happened. But I realized that I really enjoy memoir audiobook. I think memoir is my favorite type of audiobook because it feels like I'm listening to a podcast about this person's life.
Yeah.
And I love it. So that's what I got for the year. What about you?
I did not read a lot. Not even like audiobooks too much. So I'm really sad about that, but I definitely want to read more. I actually got into Libro FM. So Libro FM is actually this is not an ad. A audiobook app, and what's really nice is that some of the profit, whatever you buy, goes to a local bookstore that you can pick out. So it like helps libraries or bookstores, whatever you want to pick. And so they're a lot more like inexpensive. And if you're not an Amazon girly, which again, I'm trying to do less Amazon in general, like if you don't want to stand with Amazon for any reason, like it's a great not nonprofit, but like they do huge discounts where like audiobooks will be like $1, but like their membership you can do like you get 1 credit. But I forgot that I had it, so I had 10 credits. And so, and my sister also gifted me some books on it. So I like just got like 10 audiobooks that me and Eric are going to listen to. And we're going to do like an audiobook club, but I'll talk about that later.
Nice.
But I think I finished Deep End this year. So Eric and I listened to Deep End.
Yes.
That's a long one, I will tell you. It's like 60 chapters. It's
It's
a
pretty
long one.
chunky.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
enjoyed it. Definitely look up like the subjects and everything because it's not for everybody. No spoilers or anything, but it goes into BDSM. Everything's consensual. It's very much on consent. but I definitely would just look up what it is, because not every book, even if you like love Hypothesis, it's not for everybody, you know. Um, which is the same author. The Sunshine on the Reaping, which is the prequel, a prequel for the Hunger Games. I read that book. I listened to it on audiobook, which I feel like was even more devastating from how well the narrator was. Oh my god, I loved it so much, but would not recommend it for anybody that doesn't want to cry. It is so good. It's about Hamish's Games and the 50th, I think the 50th? Yeah, the 50th quarter quell, or the like the 50th Hunger Games, and the whole thing is that there's actually 4 tributes per district, 2 girls and 2 boys, and it's just, even though you're like, oh well, like spoiler, but again, if you read the Hunger Games, like, you know, Hamish wins
Yeah.
because he's in the first one. You got to read it. You got to read it. It is so good. There's a lot of tie-ins. There's these things. It is heartbreaking, but I loved it. I was listening to it on like my car ride to work, and there would be times where I came in like crying, and I'm like, um, so definitely love that. I started a book. I haven't finished it yet. My sister gifted it to me on Libro FM. It's called How to Solve Your Own Murder. And it's interesting. It's like kind of a cozy mystery. And yeah, there's that. I'm only like in the beginning. And the other things I read was like Reddit and Google at 3 a.m. Like, is this normal for baby
Mhm.
poop? Is this normal for this to do? Is this blah, blah, blah? So that's really it for reading. But again, we'll talk about goals in a little bit. But that's what I've been reading.
Slay. Okay, so last but not least, drinking.
Mm-hmm.
First, I want to talk about what I'm drinking right now before I finish it. So I have an Americano with a splash of oat milk.
Gross.
It's no,
I gotta get it in one last
you
time
have
on the
to. I
pod.
know you have
Gross.
to. Also, I just want to say hi to Mercy quick.
I know, I'm not gonna lie,
We
when
sat at this
Mercy jumped
table.
up, I was like, oh, Salem, why are you here? Like, my brain
We
just saw a cat, and I was like,
yeah.
huh?
Well, that's the same thing when like Cavi walks by and you're like,
Yeah.
Rick.
Yep.
This is because we've still been VCing. I know we
Yeah.
haven't been
Oh, we talk like
recording.
every day. Like, if
Yeah.
not
Oh
like
yeah,
at least
obviously.
like every other day. But
Yeah.
we BC often, yes.
Um, but yeah, we set up this table here in the window for her. We moved her cat tree because she never uses it. Now it's in the bedroom and she likes it there. But she we leave that table clear because she doesn't like sitting on the windowsill on the table, but then puts her front peats on the windowsill. It's really
Yep.
cute. Yeah, like she has it right now.
Hey,
Yeah,
Mercy.
she loves it. So anyways, okay,
Yep.
sorry.
No, you're good.
Side tangent. This is an Americano with a splash of I'm liking the more bitter coffees with less sugar lately. However, it's a little bit different the rest of the year. And I'll talk about later. But right now, I do want to talk about my favorite drinks from the year. So I have like basically fully converted almost from an Alani girly to a Celsius, girly, which same brand now.
Celsius?
Yes.
Okay, sorry. I'll go into
So
that.
I'm gonna explain. It's the cherry cola.
Okay.
They have a cherry cola flavor, and it's delicious. I will say I tend to when I was drinking Alani's more, I would like pour them out into a cup over ice, and they were so like cute and pink. Celsius, they're all besides the cherry cola and the cola flavors, like they're like piss yellow Mountain Dew. I don't like the color, so I have to drink it out of the can. I don't drink it.
Yeah.
Um, the cherry cola is okay because it looks like Coke
Yeah.
brown. It looks like Coke, you know. But the Celsius colors are really bad, but some of their flavors are really yummy. I forgot flavors I really liked, but the cherry cola, I'm obsessed. That's what I buy now.
I feel like when I have Celsius, I taste more of the fake sugars. So I think
Yes.
that's why I'm not a big fan of them compared to the
Yeah.
Alani's.
And I think that's why I like the cherry cola because I'm a Diet Coke girly
Yeah.
generally. But yeah, I've gotten really like away from Alani this year. I say that, but I will talk about the fact that I'm obsessed with their protein shakes.
Yeah.
But um I've tried to step away from Alani this year because it's pissing me off. I don't know. I don't remember when we last recorded if I got into this, but like they they always like everything is like it's like scarcity marketing. Like
Yeah.
everything is sold out all the time. So it's like you have to buy it's like they want you to come in and buy like 10 packages of it on the day it drops
Yeah.
because it'll be sold out in 20 minutes. And I'm like, this isn't like a limited edition thing. It's just a drink. Make
Yeah.
more. I don't understand. And that it's making me really like unreasonably angry. So I'm like,
That's fair.
I'm boycotting, but like I'm not actually because again, I'm drinking the I'm drinking the protein shakes
Yeah.
and they're really good. They have like a cookies and cream one. They have the like it's like munchies flavor, which is like caramel salted chocolate. It's
Yeah.
they're really good. So I've been drinking the protein shakes. I'm also my coffee of the year. I think last year it was lavender iced latte.
Mm.
This year it's going to be an iced coconut latte. I don't know what it is. I used to exclusively drink coconut lattes if they were like coconut and chocolate.
Yep.
I got into just putting coconut this year and it's incredible. It's like my favorite sweet drink lately. I'm obsessed with just a coconut latte, still with
Nice.
oat milk because I'm just an oat milk girl. To me,
Gross.
oat milk is made for coffee. It's delicious with coffee. If you're not really a coffee drinker, right? So it makes sense that you
Yeah.
don't like it.
Yeah.
To me,
I
oat
haven't
milk
been a
pairs
fan.
perfect with coffee. Because to be fair, I've gotten, besides coffee drinks, I've gotten back into dairy milk. Like for cereal, I like dairy milk. Hot chocolates, I'll use dairy milk. Like anything like that, I'll do dairy milk. But if it's coffees and matcha, to me, oat.
Yeah.
But yeah, otherwise, iced coconut lattes, matcha. I've been doing matchas at home this year a lot, and I love them.
Mm-hmm.
I just got this nice made like matcha bowl set.
Nice.
Um, and London Fogs.
Oh, I love a
I love
London
London Fog.
fog. I love a
They're so
London
good.
fog. It's so good.
So good. But that's all I've got. That's what I've been drinking. Yeah, I mean, obviously I've been drinking that, but that's been my favorite thing. Oh, also nowadays, if you know, I should say it again. If you know, you know, because it cut out again.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
What?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh, you were staring. I'm like, what? Wait.
No, I was like, what do you mean you don't
Nowadays.
know?
Oh, because
Nowadays. Yep,
it's a
not
gardening drink.
nowadays. Gotcha. No,
Nowadays.
but in my head, I was like, nowadays I'm drinking.
Nowadays.
That's what
Oh,
I was thinking of it as like you were
I'm
talking.
drinking.
Yeah.
No,
No, I got,
gardening.
yeah, I got my brother that for Christmas last year.
It's
Um,
so good. It's yummy.
yeah. So, going into my drinking, I'm drinking water right now. With pregnancy and breastfeeding, I haven't been drinking a lot of caffeine. Obviously, when I was pregnant, I wasn't drinking a lot of caffeine other than a chai. And I wasn't drinking alcohol. With breastfeeding, you can drink alcohol. Whatever your comfort level it is, that's fine. But the amount of alcohol you would have to drink for your baby to have alcohol, like true alcohol in their system that would hurt them, you would be dead. Anyway, but comfort level, whatever it is, you know. Um, but I have been drinking when I breastfeed, but also like I get one drink. I'm a cheap date now. So, I've been drinking a lot of water, a lot of liquid IV. Hydration is very much key when you are postpartum. A lot of Gatorade. But I have been drinking Alani's occasionally. It's very rare. When we went to a Day to Remember concert, I had like three. Not really, I had two. But like I like had a lot because I was like, I need a pick me up. I did have some buckets at a Day to Remember concert. They weren't that strong because they were at a what do you call them? At a venue, like a stadium, so they don't make them that strong. Hello, Sabrina. Last pet pod appearance.
Hi,
Um,
Sabrina.
so I've been drinking a lot of hot cocoa lately and everything, but I did have a margarita after giving birth, like a couple months after. And luckily, I gave birth in August. So I could have pumpkin down east in the fall because pumpkin down east cider is my favorite. My mom and husband did stock up on them, but like in the fall last year, so that I would have them for this year. Or have them whenever I did. Like I had one in August, but I love it. And having like black cherry mics again. Whenever I do a DIY or a house project, I crave a black cherry mics because in college I would do DIY projects and then have a black cherries mic
That makes sense.
when
That's
I was
funny.
21 only. So
Definitely.
yeah. And then recently we do On the Rocks, which is like a pre-made cocktail brand, and we did Mai Tais recently because um we did some at-home Chinese food. And yeah, we've done that, and that's been fun. I had a whole bottle of wine the other day and it was great. So that is my drinking, but right now it is just me and water.
Lovely. Cheers
Cheers
to the final POWRD.
to the final POWRD. All right,
Mhm.
do we want to quickly go over what your goals are for this year?
Yeah, so my POWRD goals for the year. These are just going to be brief thing for each category. But so for playing, I really want to get back into Valorant. I think it would be fun. A cinematic literally just came out while so spoilers, Viper and Chamber are confirmed
Okay.
apparently. Anyways, that literally just happened in the last second. Okay, want to get back into Valorant. Obsessing, I'm going to say marketing because I am really trying to get into my like big girl career era, and I think I want to get into marketing because I have a business degree and I don't like accounting. I don't like the kind of techie stuff. I just really want to get into marketing. I think it's fun.
Yeah.
The way I love social media and all this stuff, I just think I feel like marketing would be for me. So I really want to take like a the Google like digital marketing course. That's
Yeah.
what I recommend. So I'm hoping to do that and really get into that. That can hyper fixation through the for watching. I This is kind of random and I don't know, but I kind of want to watch all the like MCU stuff again.
Yeah. Okay, we'll go into that.
I'm really behind. I haven't watched since like Loki season 1-ish
Mhm.
time. And I've watched a handful of things probably out of order, so I really would love to like try to catch back up on that, but I don't know. We'll see. It's not like super important, but that would be fun. For reading, I really want to finish the Mistborn trilogy. Not the whole Cosmere. It's like 20 books. I
Yeah.
can't do that in 1 year. That's not
No.
going to happen. But if I can get the two more Mistborn books, so Well of Ascension, I don't know what the third one's called. And then for drinking, I like I said, Americano with a little bit of oat milk. I'm I just got obsessed with these in the last like 2 weeks, and I really think this is gonna be like my drink of 2026. Um, it just reminds me. So This is kind of a random tangent, but I used to watch this girl on YouTube. I think she's called Sarah's Day. I don't know what she's like these days. I haven't watched her in like 6 years, so don't come for me if she's like weird. But you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Everyone's weird now, so I don't watch her anymore. But back then, she used to get. She's Australian, and they called the what we call Americanos here. They call long black there.
Yeah.
And she would always go to coffee shops and get long black with a dash of almond milk, and she would say like LB with a D of AM. So I've been saying like LB with a D of OM. And I'm like, that's basically what I'm having is Americano with a splash of oat milk, and it's so yummy. So anyway, that's my POWRD goals for
Okay.
2026. What about yours?
So my power goals is basically finish Life is Strange for playing finish Life is Strange double exposure on stream or not. We'll talk about that in a little bit. And just play more games in general. There's updates coming out for games and everything. Just play more games in general and finding that self-care time. So for obsessing, all my babies first. We've already had a couple first, but like all my babies first and first words and everything like that. And also date nights, obsessing over like self-care time and date nights and everything. We've had a couple. We're going to a comedy show in February, like really just focusing on each other. I want to watch more documentaries. I just been like cynical I don't want to be cynical lately, so I don't want to like I don't like watch or listen to true crime often anymore or like horror, but definitely more documentaries. And I put Marvel slash Disney slash Star Wars. Like I need to catch up. I'm the same place as
Oh, the
you.
Star Wars stuff. Because
Yeah.
there's like Andor, which Andor season is like my favorite thing
Yeah.
ever.
I've only seen Mandalorian season 1 and 2, and like we started Book of Boba Fett and it got kind of slow, and like we need to catch up. It's like bad. Um For reading, we want to do 15 books. We want to just read, and I say we because my husband and I read together, but I also want to like read a couple different books that I started and then I just didn't get to go into. But Eric and I are doing an audiobook club where he listens to a chapter like on his way in, like on his commute, and then I'll listen to a chapter when I can during nap time. And then we come back together and like talk about it because we used to listen together and now we can like kind of listen separately and then come together, and it's kind of like a nice way to
I
enjoy
love
each
that.
other. So, and then drinking more water and IV and also more chais. I haven't been having a lot of caffeine, so I really enjoy chai. So I'm hoping right now I'm not working. I am applying, and I'm hoping that once I get a routine, I'll be able to make a chai in the morning and have that. And again, my goal for this year is self care as a new mom because that's very important.
Yes.
I think I'm a good mom, but I'm not always able to give my 100% because I'm tired, sleep deprived, whatever. And so I want to be the best me so I can be the best mom. Um,
Absolutely.
so yeah, that is kind of my doodle page. Um, Also, if anybody's watching and it's like, what is on the back of her page? Um,
I
I'm
was
gonna
wondering
quickly,
earlier
yeah.
too.
So
I was like, I hope
I
there's nothing doxing on there.
no. Okay. So quick tangent. It's really silly. It's something that I kind of hope that we can do, but again, now we're parents. We're doing. Eric and I wanted to create an app, and it's the license plate game app. I know there's ones out there, but my family and I do license plate games, so
What
I
is
thought it
that?
would be cool. Like you find the different states.
Oh, got ya.
So because Eric and I know a lot about license plates because we've both worked in that industry, we, as weird as it sounds, but I'm not going to go into it. I thought it would be cool if we made like license plate game, and this is kind of like the outline of like what it would be and stuff like that, but I won't go into that so nobody steals it, even though there's other apps like that. But
That's
yeah,
cute though. I like that.
yeah, it's a just like little fun project that we could do
Hmm.
together. So yeah, that is my power goals. So Bree, what is coming? What are you doing? What's the future for you?
Yeah. So I was gonna say that's like honestly talking about like making an app is like a good
Yeah.
segue into like, our future goals and like bigger goals besides powered stuff. Um, yeah, so for me, I don't know how much I mentioned. Well, no, I wouldn't have mentioned this because our last episode was in like April. But yeah, so I know that it was like my year back in Twitch and I was like obsessed with it and and I loved it and I still am. Like I'm still really happy with what I did. I'm really happy that I came back to streaming and content. But honestly, it feels like it more opened a door to like other stuff because I don't know how much I'm vibing with the like live content
Mm-hmm.
anymore personally. I like watching it still, obviously, but like I don't know that it is for me permanently. I took at the end of November, I decided to take like a break from Twitch and it's kind of like an indefinite break. Like, is that what the word?
Yeah.
I don't know when or if I will be coming back to streaming. I did do like one pop-up stream of like baking cookies, like Christmas cookies, and that was a lot of fun. And I might do pop-up streams here and there, or if I end up getting a remote job, maybe I'll do some more co-working. But I think for now, the streaming is not going to be a priority for me. I'm just not. Yeah, I think it's just on pause. We'll see. We'll see where I go from here with Twitch. I haven't decided. I haven't like made any hard decisions on it yet. However, I do still want my Discord to be very active. I'm really trying to like make the Discord be like a community cafe and we all have like our little hobbies and we all it's like there's tables for everyone and obviously everyone's welcome at any table and I have that by like I recently changed the format of my Discord so like there are different categories for different like types of hobbies and stuff like that instead of just being like a list of chats which like that's obviously fine and I'm in a lot of Discords that are like that and I think usually that's good for the most part but I wanted to switch it up a little bit for me just because that goal I've always had that goal of opening like a cafe that's like a cafe and a yoga studio
Yep.
and also a bookshop and a thrift shop. You know, like I feel like that's like a girly thing. Like
Yep.
girlies love that. Like we
Yeah.
all want that kind of
A
business. Like
third
even
space in a
a
way.
third space, yeah, that like is everything and is like community building and like all this nice stuff. So I'm like, I really want my Discord to like emulate that, but like a virtual space, which obviously is not as good as the real thing. Maybe someday I'll do the real thing. I'm still holding out hope. But for now, the Discord is like my little coffee shop slash yoga studio slash everything, you know?
Okay, side
Um,
tangent, so quick
yes.
on like
Yes.
joint things. I was joking around with my coworkers. I don't know if I've talked about it in the pod, but I talked to you about it definitely.
Hmm.
But a laundromat and gym together so that when you're
Honestly,
doing your
Slay.
laundry,
Yes.
you can go to the gym and whatever. You know
That
what
would
I would call
eat.
it?
What?
Washboard abs.
That's really good. I love that. You should do it.
I don't have that money. I don't want to do
Well,
that. But
someday.
honestly, yeah, maybe someday. But I was like, honestly, that
Someday.
would be such a good plan, and I just love the name.
It is. It's
Yeah.
really good.
Anyway, sorry, continue.
But yeah, so that's I really want my Discord to be that kind of like virtual community space, community hangout. So that's still going strong. On the content note, I did start a YouTube channel finally.
Yeah.
YouTube is something that, and I think I've mentioned this on the pod before, because this is kind of why I got into Twitch streaming. But YouTube, I always wanted a YouTube since I was like 14 years old. I was too scared to do it alone. And I always had friends that like we would be like, let's start a YouTube channel, and then we would film like an intro video, but then no, like I didn't know how to edit and I didn't know how to do anything, so like nothing ever came of it. But I had like 7 different YouTube channels that like I wanted to start, and I don't know if I've mentioned this before, but I actually had a podcast with my brother and my
Yep.
sister-in-law called The Wed Report. I think we have a few episodes out. I don't know if they're on Spotify or what. And it was like about Disney, but then then the COVID. I was gonna say the pandemic, and I said the COVID. Then COVID happened, and so we weren't really going to Disney anymore. Disney like closed down for a while. Like there was so much like, yeah.
Yeah.
So YouTube kind of, anyways, yeah, that was a side tangent, but
No, you're
YouTube
good.
kind of is something I've always been wanting to do, but I've always been too scared. And I finally started. I've posted so far a like November compilation vlog.
Yeah.
I'm about to post a December compilation vlog, kind of like Vlogmas style, a little bit of Christmassy stuff here and there.
Hmm.
I'm working on editing that. It's mostly done. I think I just have to do the music and audio, and then that should be out hopefully by the end of this week. Um, but I do have plans. I'm hoping to make like at least 12 vlogs this year. So like ideally one a month.
Hmm.
That's like the goal. If I could do more, great. I really want to start popping off on my other socials like TikTok, Instagram, and stuff. So I do have goals for like at least one video a week, and I want that to be like an outfit of the day. And then obviously, if I want to do more videos, I can. But I would love to do at least like one outfit video per week. So 52 total. Lots of stuff like that. I'm trying to think. I had something else in mind. Let me open my little bingo card because I made a bingo card for like things I want to do this year. Where is that? Here it is. Um, Another big thing is I want a big girl job. I really want like an office job, either remote or in person. I don't care either way. Um, I want to do stuff like that. I want to complete the artist's way. I know I had started that last year and I never really finished it. So I would like to do that this year. I'm thinking I would like to start a crochet shop on either Etsy or on Coffee or something. I haven't decided. I want to buy a DJI Osmo Pocket 3 or some other vlogging camera so that I can have like a proper setup. Right now I'm just streaming, like I'm using my phone to vlog, which like is fine, but it's not great.
Yeah.
Yeah, lots of stuff like that. I really want to make the content work, but I also have eased up on my goals as far as like the content. I think it is time. It's that time in my life where I think content. I want it to be a hobby. I don't.
Yeah.
I'm not expecting this to be like a career, and I didn't never really expected it to be a career. But I think like I'm kind of finally like I'm just doing this for fun.
Yeah.
This doesn't need to make money. But I also, because of that, I also want to get like a real job now.
Yeah.
Um, so balance. But I'm really excited for 2026. 2025 went really well for me, in my opinion. It was a lot of like really hard stuff, like emotionally. It was a really hard year. Coming out of like a few years of insanity.
Yeah.
So, and life changes, big life changes, moving across the country. I've mentioned this publicly now at this point. So, divorce. It was a mess for a while. And 2025, I feel like things have finally settled down. And 2026, I think it's going to be even better. And I'm
Yes,
excited.
queen.
Yes, per.
So, um, I going into mine, I will be hopefully back to streaming once a week or something like that in the future. uh I was gonna make a announcement in some point, and I don't know if we'll do it before we get out because I'm probably not get this out. I'm probably gonna have to take a week to just edit this. um I am probably like, I want to get back to streaming once a week, but I am thinking of shutting down my Discord. I love having Discord, but I've been really MIA, and it's one of those things where you're like, oh, I want to do that, and then it's like daunting and the paralysis of it. I'll still be in other people's Discords. When I say my Discord, I mean like the Positive Noodles Discord channel. So I will, or server. So I think I'm going to be shutting that down, or at least like kicking everybody out. And then if it comes to a point where I want to set up a Discord again, like I can just like invite people again. I know it sounds weird, but I think it's best for my mental health because I love talking to people, but it's very quiet. And that's because I'm not there, you know? And so I rather talk to people in their Discord and whatever for when I can get back into streaming. So my goal is around February to stream once a week when we have a little bit more of a schedule. And it'll probably be like a 2 hour stream or something like that. But I actually really want to create more short form content. I really like, in a way, kind of want to continue Powered not through the podcast. But I know people do like their monthly report and it's like reading,
Yeah.
eating, whatever. And so kind of doing that short form content of like Powered and doing like Instagram and stuff like that. So kind of like how you're doing a little bit. I want to connect with you guys still, but I'm not going to be able to stream as much as I can. Like you can even see that I have a bassinet in here. So if I do PNG tuber streaming and like I can put her in here, that I could do
Mhm.
that. But obviously that's a little bit hard. So it is in my interest to get back and engage with you guys because it's good for my mental health too, but I kind of have to like take a step back and be realistic about it. I do want to start an Etsy in a way. So I might start an Etsy. I have one technically, but I want to start getting things together that I can do also while my baby is like doing stuff or whatever I can do during nap time. But I also might look into kind of like using a different shopping platform in a way, just because like Etsy can take a little bit out and this and
That's what I
that.
was thinking too.
So yeah, that's kind of where I want to go, but doing more short form content and just kind of Instagram stuff to connect with you guys. I'll be in other people's Discords. I definitely like want to be able to come in and like talk to you guys in Breeze or Guffs or Marus and stuff like that. But I think for me, the best thing is to, and I'll be making a post. I'm not just going to like kick everybody out, but especially since I probably won't start streaming until February. Um, it's going to be something that I think it's best to like, we don't need a Discord to talk to each other in a way. You can get updates on Instagram um or through other things. So even though it's like good to be like, hey, I'm going live and whatever and here's my schedule, I post that on Instagram already. And I know Twitch kind of has like a story version and I might like post on there, but I think for me it's just better to reach out through you guys through Instagram, or, and I don't love to do it all the time, or self promos through other people's Discords. If I'm live, I'm live, and if you can make it, you can make it. But again, this is a good mental health thing for me because I do love streaming, but I think for me, just like not having a Discord, it makes me a little bit like, like I have, it's a little bit better if like this isn't an obligation. So that's kind of where I'm going. So definitely keep a lookout. I have a lot of ideas for socials like Instagram and TikTok. I don't know if I'll do TikTok because I'm trying to honestly stay off TikTok a lot. So it might be
Hmm.
Instagram Reels. Even though TikTok is better than Instagram Reels, in my opinion, for like scrolling. But
Yeah,
I think I'm going to be doing a lot more content on Instagram, and that is kind of where I'm at. So
I love
thank
it.
you guys for being with us. It means
Yes.
so much to me that you guys have listened through all our changes, through all our hiatuses,
And also been
and
very patient with
very
us.
patient with us and all the support. And
Hmm.
I just want to give a shout out to Natalie. She and I reconnected through this podcast, and she is amazing and she's a great friend. I want to
Love
give a
her.
shout out to my husband, who has been such a great supporter through everything. And I want to give a little shout out to Bree for doing this with me,
What the hell?
and and just really creating such a good vibe for us and the community, and just being the besties, the best of the besties. And yeah,
You. Thank
hormones.
you. I'm gonna cry now.
You can't blame hormones, but I
I was
just
like, this whole time, I'm like, I wish I had like an Uno. I should start just
yeah.
have one.
So
But you as well. Thank you so much for doing this.
yeah.
I know that I'm also very like flaky sometimes. Where like, I think it's the ADHD. I'm finally diagnosed with ADHD, but I
Woo!
started seeing therapists. Uh, but yeah, I sometimes I just like I'm like, yeah, let's do this, and then I just like it slips my mind
Yeah,
entirely.
same.
So I'm trying my best, and I appreciate you being patient with me.
I also
Thank you
want to
so
do
much.
one little quick shout out as well. I want to shout out to Cavi for being so supportive and helping us just get through all of this, and just supportive in listening and everything like that. So I want to shout out everybody, but I just want to shout out the people who have been like our big supporters, and
Yeah.
making sure that we are better on schedule as well. So
Let's I want to quickly shout out. I feel like two people that like started our pod all the time that I've always like reached out about
yeah.
System and Egg Roll.
Yes. Yes.
I feel like both of them, even Egg, even though like it wasn't pulling money, he was still subscribed to like our Patreon until
Somehow,
like a
yeah.
couple months ago. And I was like, hey, check out that. Make sure you're not getting pull
Yeah.
money. And he was like, no, it's okay. But it
Yes,
luckily it
egg.
wasn't pulling money from him. But yeah,
Yeah.
it was yeah, both
Yeah.
of them are really sweet about our podcast.
Yeah. So thank you
Yeah.
guys so much. We're glad that we can send this off. This isn't the end of our bestie content.
No, and we're gonna be posting. In fact, you brought doing like POWRD as like a short. I feel like it would be really cute if we like collabed like
Yeah.
monthly at least to do like a little short form POWRD video or carousel post, whatever.
Yeah.
You know, I think that would be really
I
cute.
think it would be really fun.
Teehee.
And so just we'll be hey, maybe she'll play Val with me on stream, even though I will suck ass.
Me too, girl. I'm so bad. I've gotten so bad.
Yeah. I haven't played in forever. I'm gonna have a red carpet for sure. But
Same.
yes, so definitely this isn't the end of our bestie content. This is not us. You're not gonna get like why I left POWRD, like YouTube video,
Yes,
or
yeah,
like why I'm
exactly.
no longer friends with Bree.
Why we're not friends anymore. But it's just clickbait and we're like
I know, it's like because she moved. But anyway.
yeah.
So we love you guys. Thank you so much.
Yes.
How do we end this out? I can't even remember.
Well, okay. I mean, we could, yeah, obviously the thank you. I appreciate you guys all being here,
Yeah.
listening. Thank you if you listen to this. I know it was kind of like a random, we talked about the year.
Yeah.
Let us know what your POWRD was for the year,
Please.
what your POWRD goals are for this coming year. But I just wanted to say goodbye, Hottie. Goodbye, Hotties.
Goodbye, hotties. See you around the internet instead of see you next Tuesday.
Yes.
We love you. Mwah.